Wonderful. More Metroid. What other LPs do you even have on Kefit's channel? Like, you have Asakura P and like Donkey Kong Country?
Double kill.
Apparently nobody can hear you, Moogie.
I can hear you.
I can hear you on Skype fine, but I don't know if the stream works. Yeah, you're totally mute on the stream. Yeah, Zephyr is audible too.
Yeah, OBS just isn't picking up your mic then. Moogie like just noobed this up immediately. He goes through the whole map backwards and just didn't take the under route at all. That was just given. Oh yeah, yeah. Our voices are pretty different. Me and Wafu's. Zero is saying there's no way I could see a stream with you and Wafu in there because I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But apparently he can.
Let's see. You seem to be still mute. Oh, Zero's here. Fantastic.
Yeah. So Moogie apparently sounds like a heathen, and Wafu sounds cute. Yeah, this is what Smackledorf says. The heathen voice is Zephyr. Says Zero.
Yeah, Moogie doesn't sound like anything. He just sounds like the Abyss.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, it should be
old quiet.
To the stream, he's a void right now. Anyway.
Can you hear it on the stream now? Because OBS seems to be picking it up.
Oh, I think.
You think?
Okay.
Is
you're apparently really loud. But,
it's always something.
Wait a minute. I can only hear you on the stream.
Yeah, now I can't hear him through Skype.
Oh no, what happened?
Can you hear me on Skype now?
Ow. Yes, very well.
Okay.
Now I can hear.
Okay. Hopefully.
Apparently we're too quiet.
Yeah, me and Zephyr became really quiet.
Alright. You guys try speaking again now.
Hello.
As well.
Okay, that should do it. So let's go ahead and proceed. And we'll see if the sound continues working as it should. And I totally forgot where it was going now because of all of that.
The last thing you got was the Survive in Lava uniform.
One thing,
it's per protocol.
I actually always kind of dislike the implementation of the Varia suit in Super Metroid. Like, the way to get to Kraid's lair is not really obvious at all, I feel, for a new player. And in the end, the Varia suit is basically just like a key to get through the heated rooms, which the heated rooms are not actually a gameplay obstacle. You'll just die if you try going in there. I always thought it was kind of obvious gating. I don't know. I heard Zephyr about to say something, and he just kind of didn't.
I formulated a thought, and then the thought just disappeared because it's 4 in the morning. So that is just an excuse.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the time of the streams, but I work strange hours, and this is basically the best time for me to do them.
Oh, that's fine.
And I know Wafu is like some sort of Canadian bum, so he's fine.
I have very strange sleep schedules.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we're gonna get to the diffusion missiles next, I guess. Oh, and it's these guys. The what do you call them? The Firefly enemies show up in only 3 screens of the original Super Metroid, I believe.
I think so.
And one of them is to get the you know, extremely useful X-ray scope.
So, Lower Norfair seems to have a bit of a bad rap amongst people who play this game because oh, nice achievement by the way. But because you know, it turns fireflies into the most painful, agonizing enemy ever seen in any video game, and you know, it's kind of like morph ball travel for the most part. But I really like it, honestly. This is a lot of fun for me.
I wanted to take this weird enemy that's in Super Metroid that is just the most non-threatening thing, and I was like, why is this enemy here? I think the top of the video is cut off on the stream.
The top of the video, how far up?
Yeah, he's not very much.
Oh.
Like, you just can't see the top of the HUD.
That's weird. How about there?
We'll see in a moment.
Looks fine to me.
Maybe. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
It's probably.
Zephyr, are you baiting?
No, I'm not. I think.
Because like I'm capturing the entire display. I have it full screen and just display capture in OBS, so it shouldn't be cut off.
I think Twitch is being a butt to me.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Twitch. We appreciate your buttness. Oh god, that guy ran right into me.
This room has some interesting context with the spring ball now.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
All
go.
of the fireflies killed.
It's okay, they'll come back. You know, just like all video game enemies.
It's like, it's kind of trying to figure out like how many fireflies you're okay to kill before things get kind of dire.
About 5.
Yeah, well 5, and you can still basically make out where you're going. And once you get further, then you're pretty blind.
Yeah. So my thought about the various suit in Super Metroid, and how to find Kraid's lair. It's weird that finding Kraid's lair is behind some weird secret wall.
Yeah. Like, you encounter, I believe, 2 other elevator rooms just like that beforehand, and neither of them have anything in them. So it's like the game is actively teaching you that the opposite of what you should do, which is, you know, bomb every wall randomly. Oh god.
I mean, if you run 100% the game, it's a pixel hunt.
Yeah.
So.
And this chapter is explicitly titled Claire Fusion, so I'm guessing your favorite Metroid game is Fusion, or what?
No, not. I actually did not like Fusion in a lot of ways. I like Fusion, but I didn't like the hand holding that the game had.
Oh, Adam.
And this is coming Adam was unnecessary in a lot of ways. Like, they would tell you what to use, where to go, exactly how to use the item. Ooh, sorry. In every moment until like a certain point in the game, and it kind of was weird. And this came from Super Metroid, which tells you
nothing.
Not enough at all. It just tells you nothing. And then this game just tells you everything. It's like I got annoyed when it stopped telling me what to do, and I'm like, well, wait, you didn't tell me to go that way, so I don't know what to do anymore.
The consensus that Kevin and I came to with Fusion, it's pretty good as an action game, but absolutely terrible as a Metroid game.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Favorite Metroid game of the 2D Metroid games anyway is probably Zero Mission.
That's a pretty respectable
It's
choice.
the most
Yeah.
it's the most solid. I love Super Metroid, but it has a lot of problems
Yeah.
with it.
That's,
Or there's a lot of problems with the game.
that's about what I would say. Like Super Metroid is like the classic one, but the more you come back to it, the more the flaws in it really stand out. I think. Like I replayed it a couple of years ago, and one thing I noticed is like it's painfully easy in a lot of ways too. Like there's
Super easy.
yeah, there's basically like no challenge anywhere in the game if you actually follow the intended order and don't do like reverse boss order or something ridiculous. So this is a long save, by the way.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say you made this save pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
in this
and
case.
it used to be worse. Slakes convinced me to put that checkpoint right there that you just used.
Oh, yeah.
It used to not be there.
What?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What
The
Satan went through your mind when you didn't have that there? I have to wonder. Is
Satan, get good.
Get good. Well, that's what we're gonna have to do on Nightmare anyway, so it works out.
But
Oh god, I missed that.
yeah, he was like, "This is too much." He's like, "This room and this is too much." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right, Slakes. Let's put that in there."
And I really love how the bird is standing on the morph ball now that Wahoo pointed that out.
Raocow like lost his shit when he saw that.
Yeah.
like this part is one of the reasons why I am hesitant to do Achilles, because like I feel Metroid Achilles is just having like things fly onto you from the roof and then you die and get really sad and do the whole save again.
Yeah, those guys.
So can I actually... Oh, you can actually kill these guys without missiles. Being familiar with Super Metroid kind of messed me up here.
Oh yeah, because they're not vulnerable to shots.
Yeah.
But favorite Metroid game though is the Prime series altogether.
Oh yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Prime 1. Prime 2, the backtracking got to me, and Prime 3, I didn't make it far in Prime 3 because of the motion controls. I just...
Oh really? Oh man.
Yeah.
After playing Prime 3, I can't play those games on standard controller anymore. That I love the motion controls in that, and so yeah.
Yeah. It's not that it really had problems controlling it, but like actually kind of trying to hold the controller like Samus's arm cannon. It kind of actually wore my arm out after a while, so I figured it wasn't worth kind of damaging my arm to play a game. And you can kind of cheese this with the power bombs, which is making me happy right now.
That's pretty cool.
Nice. Oh, one more. And then that thing reaches like super far because it fades out, and then you don't see the last few opacity in there, and it just has it doesn't ever lose its damage state until it's just gone.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be useful for a couple bosses later, like the first, let's call it DLC boss. You won't even have to bother aiming bombs at it or anything.
No. But you can drop his shield immediately though if you...
Oh yeah, Wafu posted a video where he does exactly that. Oh god.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did the gold.
He mentioned you in the tweet, so you can find it pretty easily.
Okay.
He beat the gold time by like 40 seconds or something.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty lenient if you know the boss really well.
And
it's extraordinarily lenient, I would say. I was actually pretty shocked. How I think it's kind of one of those that I think most people could do.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of really like, oh, let's get gold times on these ones. So the gold times on the other bosses, like Zero and I grinded those out. Like it was, what was it? Zero was like a week before the game came out when I was like, all right, we're gonna bring the game out.
And that's where 17 seconds on Helmet Head came from, I imagine.
Yeah, it's like the last week or two was all we had for doing the gold time. Because I didn't implement the boss gallery until right at the end.
Which, to be fair, I really like the boss gallery. I don't understand why more games don't have something like that. It
was a big request.
It's probably just because it's kind of hard to implement, I would imagine. And like actual commercial games don't really have the time to devote time or resources to devote to that.
Yeah, it can take a lot of time. It was less time on this game than it was the first game. The first game I had to duplicate all the things, and this one I set it up from the beginning. I was thinking, okay, it might be a thing. So I set up the way the bosses work, have their own flags. DT1 did something really strange. So in this one, I could just warp the player to the boss room and say turn the boss on, and it would work like normal. I didn't have to do a lot of other changes.
Right, that's why going to the Abomination in the gallery sends you back to the original state for it then.
Right.
So yeah, that's a cool way to hide that, hide the executive. So now we're gonna fight the guy who's not a spider. A little bit later after these guys. These guys are basically the side hoppers, except they have fireballs too.
Fire, yeah, and if they're not jumping, they don't have the weakness.
Weakness is special.
These guys were grief-causing when I first played the game, and like this kill room, gave me extraordinary amounts of trouble for no reason, really. Yeah, I can't explain it. It's one of those things that it's a random thing I had trouble with.
Not sure we need.
There's just then there's this random last one who has no help at all. He's just there.
Yeah.
He's sad and useless, like that Vomp.
Yeah. But that version will come out eventually. I just gave Zero another one just to make sure I didn't break anything. He wanted he's the one who wanted the Switch Pro controller settings, and he was asking about changing the dead zone on that. So I was like, well, instead of changing it just for that one setting, I'll just give the player access to change the dead zone on the stick if they want to use the game controls. And so the default is 40% on the dead zone for the stick, and I just give the player access to change it between 20 and 80.
Oh,
actually. Oh,
that's,
wait, we're on an arachnist, not spider.
Yeah, he's a guy. One thing I wanted to ask, Zephyr, how you have a Switch, right? I noticed you've been playing Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I decided to get it on the Switch. Yeah.
How have you found the Switch as like an overall experience? Because I'm considering getting one for Mario Odyssey myself.
Oh god, that game's gonna be amazing. It's so there's not a lot of content right now for it, which I knew that. It was essentially like I was investing in. I was like, Nintendo, I know you're gonna, in good faith, Nintendo is gonna be releasing software for it. But it's really convenient. It's a lot more convenient than I thought it was gonna be. So the reason I got it day one is I knew I was gonna get one eventually for things like Mario and all that. And we have a Wii U here, but like myself and I wasn't sure about Jeremy at the time, but I knew Jerry was he's a big Zelda fan like I am, and I knew he was gonna want to play the shit out of Breath of the Wild. We've been waiting for this game forever. And so I thought, I'm just gonna get one day one. I'll just pre-order it, and so we can both play it. That way there's no no one has to wait for someone else to finish. But yeah, it's really, really nice. It works well. It's really fast. I like I don't know how to really describe it, but yeah, I mean, I have no problems with the Switch at all, though. I keep seeing these weird articles about the Switch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it seemed there was
a
bit of a lemon problem at first. Oh, that was sad.
Yeah, actually, I was pretty skeptical about Mario Odyssey when I first heard it announced, but then I actually, took the time. I actually went through all the footage they showed at D3, and it does look pretty good.
It looks super cool. With
and
stuff that they showed.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
And Miyamoto going out of his way to say it's like they made it in the style of a 64 and Sunshine gives me a lot of hope for it.
Yeah. When they showed it off, even before E3, when they were showing off the Switch stuff back in the day with that stupid Nintendo ad that made us all laugh about the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
That was really awful. But even then, the game kind of interested me. Just the weird, quirky style that they had the game in. It was definitely very Nintendo and very Mario. Just the ridiculousness cranked up to 11.
Yeah, the last Nintendo console I owned was a Wii, the original Wii. I pretty much skipped the Wii U because I was waiting for it to have some sort of game I wanted to play, and it has a couple, but never really enough to make me actually go out and buy it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And the Wii U wasn't awful as a console. It just didn't really get a
Yeah.
good install base, and so Nintendo just got scared of it.
The one game I really wanted to play on Wii U was Tropical Freeze. It looks to be a very competent platformer, but I'll just wait for it to get a Switch port or something. It might as well
There
just...
you go.
Go ahead.
They'll probably port it. I'm sure they'll ask Retro to do that. Like,
I-
basically, any game that Retro touches that is on is amazing.
I'm kind of already submitted myself to getting a Switch because eventually a Monster Hunter is gonna come out for it, and I'm gonna have to get it. So I kind of already know I'll get it. And we are almost done with the
Almost.
not spider. Almost.
He is definitely not a spider.
In no way is he a spider. So
I was so confused by why it was taking you so long. Like, man, he is taking so long to fight this boss. And then I was like, wait, you're on Nightmare.
Yeah.
You
I
don't do any damage.
I have absolutely no DPS.
So I don't know if you were there, Kefit, or not Kefit,
Kefit.
Moogie?
Yeah.
I was, yeah, because it's about Kefit is what I was,
Oh, yeah.
was gonna say. He fought this boss and he didn't know how to make him stop spinning for like the longest time, and then like he like got upset because he thought that his bombs were hitting him the whole time, and he was like, why is there no visual recognition for my bombs hitting him? And I was like, you were missing the whole time. I don't know.
I think, was I there in the stream for that one?
You were.
Or
It
was I in the
you
chat?
you and Brian were both there.
That's right, yeah. That was pretty humorous to watch that. And I didn't want to say anything. I was like, I'm just going to let him keep making mistakes. I try to keep my input on, like, especially when people are playing it for the first time,
Right.
to
You
down
don't
to a
wanna
minimum.
spoil it.
I don't-
But it's
Yeah,
pretty
I can't
obvious if
taint the
you're
experience.
familiar with the boss in Fusion, because that's what you do in Fusion, I believe.
I mean, it's also just kind of the intuitive thing,
Yeah.
right? It's just kind of like the obvious answer.
But, like, if nothing else works, there's one thing you can try.
Yeah.
Like, you have 3 weapons.
And with the power bombs in Nightmare, it's actually very easy to get him out of it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that first power bomb, when you did the first attempt, missed. It was weird.
So I believe I have all of the items I need to get in Metroid now, which means I just gotta go fight Kraid.
He shouldn't be super hard.
I think he does like a lot of damage or something, but it's Kraid, so we'll deal.
Yeah, he's not that hard.
He's just a Metroid boss fight.
He is just a Metroid boss. He takes like 2 super missiles in Super Metroid to
Yeah.
kill. That's it. He's the most disappointing thing ever. And then Ridley, you unload, who's like half his size, 1/3 his size. You unload like 30 super missiles, and he's like, whatever.
Oh, that's another weird thing about Super Metroid. The way to end the Ridley fight is like super not intuitive. You actually have to get him to 0 HP, and he won't die. You have to wait for him to pick up Samus, and then he will die.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I guess he does. Yeah, he does always die like that.
Yeah. That's actually because you can get him to 0 HP, and the fight will just continue infinitely until you actually let him do that. Let's see, I have absolutely no idea which way to go. I think it's to the right.
Oh yeah, Wafu, what Zero posted there is true.
What did Zero accuse Wafu of now?
Oh, he didn't accuse me of anything. Oh, I see. Okay. So, really? Huh. All right, that makes sense. That actually reminds me that I said that I told Moogie
Yeah.
that I think that Nightmare is actually going to be pretty hard on this difficulty mode, but he doesn't believe me because Kefit baited him into thinking Ball Demon was going to be really hard.
So, am I to take that Nightmare is actually hard on Nightmare?
You'll see.
I'll see. Famous last words.
It's just going to be. I mean, he's the namesake. How could he be wrong? I mean.
So I wanted to see if you could do like some sort of crazy TAS air jump refresh to get over there, but it seems like it doesn't refresh if you just shoot it with the spazer, so we're not gonna try doing that.
The air dash? Yeah, it refreshes with a spacer. You have to hit something though.
I mean, it doesn't refresh if you hit a Ripper with a spacer because it does 0 damage.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I mean, I guess on Nightmare you could actually use missiles, but that sounds extremely ridiculous to do for a piece of cheese, so we're not going to do that.
There you go. Oh yeah, now you can take the shortcut.
One day there will be a 100% cheese playthrough.
These guys have a lot of HP when you have, no, absolutely no damage. It's one thing. Oh, you can just drop down. Okay. Wow, I died.
100% cheese AGDQ.
Oh my god.
Imagine a DT3 run at a GDQ. I mean, I go in for just 10 hours, longer than Final Fantasy VII.
It would just be so long. Like, you need half a day donated to just one DT3 you're on.
Yeah. And like nobody would watch it because apparently the sprite rip aspect of the DT series is like a major turnoff for a lot of people. I know several people have tried to get their friends to play it and they're like, what is this sprite rip crap? And that's their loss, I guess, but still.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay, so now I fell down here, so let's hope we don't die.
I like when I've met people from the fan game community, I guess, or I want to be the guy community, or just any fan game community, who have said the same thing, and I'm like, you, what?
Yeah, because I mean,
you can't say that about the game when you play when you look at when you're like a community in this other game.
Yeah, because we all know that I want to be the guy fan games have never stolen any asset from any other game.
Nope, definitely not.
Okay, so here's an enemy gauntlet that I kind of forgot the contents of. It looks like it's a bunch of side hoppers, which is going to be great with this amount of ammo.
Side hoppers and one other thing. Oh my god, there's 3 of them at the same time.
4 of them, in fact.
Oh wait, oh it is 4.
That one guy's just chilling on the side. He doesn't give a shit.
He did not care about his friends at all.
I respect
Whatever,
it.
guys. Yeah. I'm eating nachos. Hold on. So Mugi,
Yeah.
what is your favorite game ever? And you can't say DT3 because that's cheating.
Favorite game ever.
It can't be this game either.
I already know what he's gonna say.
And you can say like top 5 if you want.
Top 5.
Okay. So video game is an interesting definition in this one.
So definitely top 5 would be, one of them would be Symphony of the Night. I am aware of the problems with Symphony of the Night. Like it's so easy that a child such as Wafu could beat it. But
Fuck you.
I think it has the best graphics of any game ever. And I just love the atmosphere, the way the castle is set up. It's one of the games I just find like a basic joy in playing. Another top 5. I'm gonna go back and save for a bit. Another top 5 pick would probably be the entire Nier/Drakengard series. They are again all very flawed games, but they do a lot of very interesting things with narratives in video games that I feel like pretty much the entire rest of the industry doesn't even approach. Especially Automata earlier this year, and I probably pronounced Automata in a way that everybody's gonna laugh at, but that's how we do things here in the South. And
I like to say Automata, even though it's Automata.
And I guess finally would be, not counting DT3, would have Baldur's Sky, which is it's actually being translated now. It's a Japanese visual novel come character action hybrid, and it's very good at being both of those things. You basically, it's a cyberpunk mecha action game. It's hard to explain. Wafu, like, link a video of Baldur in the chat or something.
I don't think I've heard of that.
I would be very, very impressed if you did it, to be.
And I had a bit of a lag spike there. I hope everything I was saying got through.
I don't know how to find a video that's like intuitive to like see and like know what's happening. That's kind of hard to show.
Well, I guess you better go make a combo video right now during this stream.
Like, there's, you know, this, which is like, you know, it's a bunch of, I don't know if you can actually understand what's going on in it, but...
Okay, yeah, I have not seen this game.
Yeah.
Again, it's only in Japanese right now, so if you had, I would be very impressed.
It's basically a combo-based character action game would be the easiest way to describe it. You know, like Devil May Cry or something, except it's in 2D because, you know, Japanese PC games do not have large budgets. Speaking of Japanese PC games, I'm also a big fan of pretty much every Falcom game. I've played like pretty much their entire, well, not their entire catalog, but everything they've made on Windows or console. The 8th, though, East game, Ease 8, as they call it, you know, very simple naming, is not out in English yet either, but it's probably one of the best games I've played, but both just, you know, in general as a Falcom game, so anybody who's like a fan of their output would do well to check that out when it's out later this year.
Cool. Crate does 10 damage, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So... you walked into a zone where like half the chat that is watching this probably know Japanese and are familiar with the media.
Yeah.
So.
In fact, I actually met Wafu because.
Oh, that works.
I met Wafu because he reviewed a visual novel that I translated myself.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is actually a good review and convinces me that I didn't do a shitty job translating it. I'm going to talk to this guy. And I've kind of kept in, you know, touch with him since then.
That's pretty great.
Days of yore. So Craig does a lot of damage.
He really does. So this might take longer than expected, but
Hey.
at the same time, he's also really easy to dodge.
You get to see all the bosses with their base damage now, with what they're actually doing.
And I'm somehow really bad
So-
at aiming at Creed.
So Mugi,
Yeah.
it came to my attention that when you were writing off your top 5, how much like mine is basically almost the same with like DMC3
Oh yeah.
in terms of like as top 5 games for like myself, because I can't not mention a game that I have like 800 hours in as a kid.
Right.
So
I think probably the biggest difference in our list, Wafu, would be that you do not hate the Dark Souls series like I do.
well, I actually would not. Bloodborne would be the only thing that ever approached the top 5, but that would be the only one.
Right. And it looks like you cannot stand on the things that you can stand on in Super Metroid in this fight. That's why I was taking some damage.
Also, apparently I got really distorted when I was talking.
Yeah, my internet is kind of bad at the moment.
Classic Mugi.
This is how we do internet in the South. I'm sorry.
Do you go to like Comcast or somebody?
AT&T.
Okay. That's actually who I go through. I use their U-verse thing, just their... and not cable shit that they want to sell.
Okay.
Oh man. Here comes the buffering.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It looks like we hit some sort. I mean, it's like the dead of night. I'm not sure why we're hitting so much lag at the moment, but you know, American ISPs, so great.
I don't understand. You like, I swear you actually pay a lot of money for that internet, don't you? Like, it's horrible.
Yeah. But like I said,
or
it's broadband.
it is broadband. Okay, so it's cable.
And like I said, the problem with American ISPs is they tend to have, monopolies or semi-monopolies, so they don't really have any, incentive to make their service not garbage.
Okay. I think we may be back.
Great.
I'm just watching you shoot Kraid in the face repeatedly.
Yep, I'm seeing it too.
Okay, and Skype is being all distorted as well, so hopefully we're good.
Man.
I spoke too soon.
Kraid sure is a Metroid boss fight.
Yeah, he really is.
Jeez.
He just sits there and he throws nails at you. And the nails do sometimes hit you and do a lot of damage.
They have very limited homing.
They do have homing, because it sure doesn't look like it.
They have very limited homing. They will arc toward you, but they have incredibly long arcs though.
Is this where Nightmare ends?
No, it's
with Kraid?
It's not where Nightmare ends.
Staring down the mouth of Kraid.
Firing countless missiles down there.
The LP ended with just fire and Kraid.
Oh shit. Well, at least the lava here doesn't hurt you, because I definitely just fell in it. Why do I keep getting hit by Kraid? Oh my god.
You know, like, Kraid has, like, such an impressive, like, stature and size. You'd think he'd, like, do anything. But he just, like, lobs his fingernails at you. Like, look at him! Why doesn't he do anything? I don't understand. Kraid, you confuse me.
Even in Zero Mission, he doesn't really do anything, and they made that fancy new design for him and everything.
Yeah, I didn't like that sprite. I was gonna use it, and I didn't like the way it looked.
It's not actually that big, I don't think, is it either? Because it's a Game Boy Advance game, obviously.
Yeah, pixel-wise, it's pretty close to this one.
Oh, okay. So the end of the fight where he comes up right next to you is actually kind of hard on Nightmare because you have very little room to dodge, and you can't just kill him instantly at that point either.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, here goes those rocks.
And, you know, the whole Kraid does 10 damage is a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane.
You can only take 3 hits this entire fight, because there's no way to have more HP here.
So Wafu Zero's a big fan of Devil May Cry 3 as well.
Oh? I think I got that vibe. It actually occurred to me, like, why, like, when you added the new like character switching modes, it kind of occurred to me why I actually like DT3's combat system so much, and that's because it's basically style switching.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And you have no idea what that does to me. I can't. Well, no, I've now shown everybody what it does to me. I have like 260 hours in DT3.
260. Wow. I'm gonna end up with like I think over 100 by the time I end this playthrough. Because I'm expecting this playthrough to take like 30-40 hours at this point.
Yeah, even though you're not gonna go after items.
Yeah. I mean, if things go poorly, War Master might take 30 to 40 hours. So.
Maybe.
Has anybody actually beaten Nightmare War Master?
Zero.
Yeah, Zero has.
Okay.
He's beaten the game on War Master or
on War Master.
On War Master mode.
On War Master. He just
War Master mode is just
pilots War Master.
Oh god, I get hit by his hand.
If we're actually talking about DMC though, I actually think DMC4 is the best character action engine ever made, and not even close to competition. It's just that DMC4 is unfinished, and will forever be unfinished.
What are your thoughts on the most recent Devil May Cry, Wafu?
Can we not, please? I think I've made my thoughts on that abundantly clear today.
The one that's called Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry.
Yeah. I mean, it's called DMC Devil May Cry, so I mean, it's just repeating itself.
Which is, you know, it's a good, you know.
It's a good what?
Metaphor.
There you go. I played half of DMC before. When it stopped having me play as Dante, I stopped.
The special edition that they added adds like 3 new characters to it. Pretty like the problem is that Nero still sucks ass. He's still like you can do all the fancy shit in the Nero, but he's still like heavy contextualized and like you know and you'll just end up like spamming circle to kill anything that you want. And Virgil in the new game especially are amazing.
It works. It's not really about playstyle there. It's just I just don't like the character. I don't like Nero. I'm just like.
He is pretty. Yeah.
Everything
yeah.
about
I just straight
Nero
up
is
don't
bad.
like him. I'm just like no. I refuse to play as him. Yeah. As soon as the game was like you're not playing as Dante anymore, I just said okay. Well, I'm not playing this game anymore.
You're
I
not.
know that's kind of. It's really petty and dumb.
Well, you're not really missing anything, is it? At that point, you just have to fight the really bad final boss of Nero, and you're basically done.
Yeah. Watch someone else do that.
The internet, movie net doing its thing.
Yeah. So at least it picked a pretty boring place to, screw up because Kraid, we're not missing much.
It's hard. It's actually hard to even find things to commentate because he's so straightforward.
Yeah.
Like
He really is.
You shoot him and then his mouth opens and then you shoot missiles into it and sometimes stuff gets thrown in your direction.
Pretty much the only problem I'm having is that you cannot actually kill him very quickly, which means you're going to end up with him right in your face for much of the fight, and it gets really hard to avoid. I know Quaff mentioned having some problems with this guy as well on his Nightmare run.
Also, I think we're like 20 seconds behind on the stream now.
It's okay, it's just
with all
fighting
the
Kraid.
buffering that's happened. Yeah, it's just great.
Like I said, you're really not missing much. Okay, so his call can actually hit you on the second platform there when he moves up. That's good to realize.
The garbage dice minigame that takes like an hour if you don't know the trick. Is that a DMC4 thing?
I don't actually remember what that is. I actually don't remember. It's been a while. Zero will get that response in the far, far future.
He will.
Kraid used his ultimate maneuver. Move close to you.
Yeah.
Move close.
His call being
It
able
is,
to be on
Brian.
the second platform is actually pretty bad.
Brian's here now.
Hello, Brian. We're fighting Kraid, the most interesting boss in DT3.
You guys purposely left out Brian? That's cold, dude.
I think wait, hold on. Oh, fuck, I didn't. No, I meant to post that in the thing.
That's fucked up, dude.
Wow. Brian's he's finally seen your true colors. Wow. Oh god, I jumped right into
True colors. Well, we kind of just started. You missed him getting the diffusion missiles.
and beating Arachnus, the not spider.
Yeah, he's not a spider.
Wow.
Because Nero is too stupid to cut the dice in half like Dante.
That was pretty much the worst death I've had in this run. Just wait until you guys see it. You'll pity me, I hope, or just laugh.
In the year 2057, if you finally see Mugi beat Kraid.
getting pretty good at aiming the missiles, at least. That's one thing.
I don't
Getting
actually.
super good at that.
I'm actually not even sure how you die here. You're at like such good health and stuff. I'm not even sure what happens.
I get hit twice in a row, basically, and since you have so little health, that's enough to end it.
So we still haven't seen it, by the way. If you wanna,
Yeah.
this delay is.
Like Mugi may have actually beat him by now, and we just don't know.
Oh.
Like we're even hearing delays in Skype real time. Like there's just
I'll let you know when it
we're that messed up right now. We hear him slam his desk. Yes.
This is where the incredible message should be.
Yeah. Kraid just like slowly dies in the lava and just goes incredible.
Okay, he's dead.
I do like how there's. Oh, okay. I'll let you know. We'll get there in a jiffy.
Hey, I
do like how the game like compliments you. Like sometimes like through the characters. Like how Jerry say that was really impressive when you beat Death and you know the incredible line and stuff like that.
So I did indeed Achilles him in the end, so that somewhat makes up for it. That's another boss where I did the same thing as Overdrive Ostrich. Like I had tons of trouble with this really easy boss, and I just Achilles him out of nowhere. And that's what I did with Kraid just now as well. So
I'm glad Kraid is on the same level as Overdrive Ostrich.
Do you think Kraid is a bird? That's the real question.
Kraid should get a bird hat.
He is a dinosaur of some sort, right?
Right.
Birds are dinosaurs.
Space dinosaur. That's what Kraid is.
Achilles Nightmare Kraid.
Yes.
So,
yeah, make a clip
just
of
did
that. No, we can put it on YouTube as Achilles Nightmare Kraid, the hardest challenge in DT3.
So, I recommend hitting stop and then start on your stream because currently we are in the far past.
Okay.
And
I'll do that. You'll see a menu screen when it comes back up.